Let's get started here. All right, great Thursday morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with your 15 Minutes to Mastery Thursday edition from out here in Monroe, North Carolina. Been in North Carolina this week since Tuesday, working with a brand new retailer. And when I say brand new, I mean this guy is brand new. He just got into the business as of last week officially. And so, honored and blessed to be able to come out here and help him launch his business. We've made so much progress over the last 2 days, and today is going to be more of the same. And we've had days just booked one thing right after the other, already having walk-in business coming in. We've had some appointments set, making great progress, not just on the sales side, but on the business side. So, but definitely want to come in and stick with you guys and make sure that we're getting our message out. And 15 Minutes to Master, what it is, folks, it is just a daily message that we put out to you, for you, with a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation to get your day going, because we know that there's so much out there, so many people out there that are consistently keeping us down, wanting to put us in a position that would align with them, which is not going after anything. And that's not who you are, right? You're somebody who wants to operate at a higher level. So that's why we're here. So let's just start with our quote for today. And today's quote says, it's a definiteness of purpose, which we spoke about yesterday. It says, definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. Successful people move on their own initiative, right? So successful people move on their own initiative, but they know where they're going before they start. Read that to you again. Successful people move on their own initiative, right? But they know where they're going before they start. So very, very important, folks, that we understand what it is that we're after. You must know what the target is in whatever it is you're doing, business, life, fitness, family, relationships. You have to know what you're after. And that's why it's so very important that you're able to put down on paper, take some time to really think about what your vision is, right? It starts with a vision. I listened to a podcast just yesterday by Bedros Keuilian, and in it he spoke about how there's four things that you need to have in place to make sure that you do not fail on your goal. Okay. Whether it's starting a business, like I said, or a relationship, whatever it may be, right? 4 things that you must have in place. And then, of course, putting in the action behind it. 1 is having a clear vision. And that's what we're talking about here. Having a clear vision. What does that look like? What does that goal look like to you? If it's a financial goal, right? What is the financial goal? And what comes of it? If your goal is to make $250,000, what happens in your life, not just when you make the 250, but as you're making the 250, as you're working through on the way there, you have to have a clear vision. Then you have to have a mission behind it. Why the $250,000? There must be a purpose, a mission behind that. And then having your core values in place. Who are you? Who do you need to be? And what are your non-negotiables that you will have to put in place in order to accomplish that goal? And lastly, you've got to have your allies, is what he spoke about. Having those people that are going to support your support system, your accountability partners, your success partners. You've got to have those in place in order to make sure that you are consistently hitting this goal that you are after, that you're hitting those key performance indicators, your KPIs, to make sure that you're on track to hit the goal. So definiteness of purpose, like it says there, those of us that having that definiteness of purpose, folks, understanding what you're after and why you're after it, will then provide you that energy, that fire, that behind you to keep you going. So like it says, Successful people move on their own initiative. That own initiative only comes if you have definiteness of purpose, if you understand what you're after and why. Understanding that is going to be such a huge part of you being able to just, even on the days that you don't feel like working out, still working out because you understand what you're after. You see the vision and you know the mission behind it. Why? The why behind it. That's what's going to pull you. That's what's going to build that discipline that you need in you to be able to keep chipping away at this day after day after day, sticking to the plan, no matter how boring it is, no matter if it's a fitness goal, no matter how bland you may think that the meal plan is, sticking to it is so important. But that you're going to need motivation. It's like I spoke to the group out in Tyler, Texas yesterday. I was on a Zoom call with them, and we were talking about this. We've been at it now 8 weeks with those guys, and they have made huge improvements. We talk on our website and everywhere that we bring a 46% increase in business revenue and profits to a company when we implement our consulting services with them. With that team out there, I guarantee you it is closer to the 70 to 80% increase that we have had in their business. But what I warned them about was this. We're 8 weeks into it. We've seen huge growth in this, right? But a big part of it it has come from the motivation that they feel because of the new energy, the new inspiration, the new way of doing things that is exciting. It's fresh. It's brand new, right? It's kind of like that new relationship. You meet somebody and you got all the butterflies inside, right? And you're just on everything. But I warned them yesterday, soon you'll start hitting the whole part of your life and business where you're like, okay, it's another day. It's another day. It's another day. And then you start letting off the gas on certain things because, well, today I'm just not going to do this. And I won't tackle that. And then the next thing you know, you're skipping another step and you're leaving something else off. And then you're starting to slowly go backwards, and you notice it, but you feel, I'll pick it back up, but you never really do. And next thing you know, you're that much further behind. And it gets to the point where it becomes overwhelming, and you just say, forget it. It just didn't work. And you completely bow out. That's why New Year's resolutions are so, they're given up on so easily because there's no vision behind it. There's no mission or purpose behind it. Right. And you don't establish your core values. And that's why we come in our consulting and we establish those values. We establish who we are as people, as a company, what we expect, our clear expectations, and making sure that everyone's held accountable so that we make sure we understand where we need to be at. So with that being said, I talked to them about that because at the point where it starts to wear off, we need to make sure we've already established a discipline where it's just what we do, no matter how we're feeling, how bad we may be, how bad things may be outside, things that may have happened in our life. We have to be able to compartmentalize it, put it in a box, leave it outside, and attack the day because that still needs to happen. When you have definiteness of purpose, that's the way that you operate. You can isolate those things. You can set them aside and attack what needs to be attacked. It won't be easy. You're not going to want to do it. Sometimes you just won't be fully engaged in, and we need to be, especially if we're in sales, right? When you're in sales and you've got a customer in front of you, and no matter how bad things are out on the outside, no matter what's going on in your relationships, your life outside, and I know sometimes it's very difficult, but you need to be able to just set it aside because you need to be on there. You can't be not fully engaged with the customer, because if that's where you're at and you haven't been able to figure it out and deal with it to where you can set it aside, you're better off not being at the office. Just plain and simple. I'm letting you know right now. And now that's not an excuse to not deal with it. We're just telling you that means you need to work on your mental toughness as well. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about definiteness of purpose. If you can get that done, folks, if you can just understand what you're after, have that clear vision of what you are trying to accomplish, and then you have that mission behind it, the why, the purpose behind it, and then you establish who you need to be in order to accomplish those goals, you are going to make things happen. So go on out there and get that done. If you've got any questions on how that works, if you're not sure of how to make it happen, feel free to reach out. Let's get on a call and we'll talk about it and figure this thing out, because that's what we're here for. We want to make sure, we want to be your success partner in everything that you do. And that's what we're here for. Reach out to us, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. You can schedule a call with us. Don't forget, man, there's 4 days left in 2023. So right now you got 4 days left on our full house training bundle that's available online. Get on out there, check it out. Go Manufactured Home Sales Mastery Full House Combo 2023, so that you can get it $69.99, gets you the training cards, and it gets you the replay of our Closure School webinar that you did not see. And that way you can become a kick-ass closer in manufactured home sales, or any sales really. You can change the word tracks to whatever it is you do. But that is going to help you take your business to a whole new level in 2024. You guys have a great Thursday. Looking forward to speaking to you very soon. Have a happy new year. If I don't talk to you before then. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.